Alright everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Driver Career Mode with Alpine. This is episode 61 today for the Mexican Grand Prix of Season 4. If you missed the previous episode at Japan, that was uploaded yesterday, then I reckon go and check that out before seeing this one, because, well, it wasn't exactly the best of races for us. We did recover to P5, but the problem is that McLaren got 1-2 in that race. So, yes, realistically, the championship is gone. We're just trying to catch up to, Alex Albon for second place. Red Bull bought an upgrade to go back to the top of the R&D tree, although we'll see if that happens. Our upgrade, our final one, the one that we purchased in the previous episode, the tyre one, that has put us above Ferrari. Ferrari have gone from being the fastest team in the grid at Jeddah to the 6th fastest team on the grid, as they've not really upgraded there. But we move to qualifying, and welcome back Mexico City. Yes, for the first time on this game for me, we're having a career mode race around here, and also the first time since that Las Vegas episode around here as well, where we only managed 4 laps, and just carried on around here with that as well. But yeah, now qualifying. I don't know what it is, but sometimes, and I've seen it a few times in this Season 4 Alpine car, I'm just not able to improve on my previous best time on the final lap. Well, we've seen that here. We're going to talk you through the lap. Obviously, Sector 1 is where we're going to have a big advantage with the Renault engine being lightning fast in a straight line. We're only slightly slower than Alex Albon, who's up in P5 at the moment. As we come through then a little bit back end, stepping out here as we go through this section, a lovely little flooding section. Now we come up to the section where the AI sort of gain over me. It's this high speed corner section as well, not taking too much curb here as well. I don't want to take too much curb otherwise. Then there's a bit of a corner cut there as well, a good measure as well. You can see we're 3/10 down on Albon through the middle sector, so I'm going to go into the final sector then. This is where I actually gain time, low speed corners, which is, I've got to say, a little bit slightly unusual compared on this game. Sometimes the lower speed corners do feel terrible, but compared to the AI, we have made positions up there, 15/8 as well. Now we were doing well, but we weren't proving enough, and we've lost time in the final sector on our final lap, and that's dropped us down to P15. So, yes, it's not been the qualifying that I wanted. I was looking for a top 10. In the end, it's P15. To be fair, though, Oscar Piastri, a 14.2. I'll be seeing that lap. Did he cut out half the final chicane or something? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he flew round or something. But, yeah, well, we'll see what we can do from 15th on the grid. It's time for the race. It's time for the Mexican Grand Prix. So here we are down the grid. Race strategy will be a one stop, and I think you know by now the one stop it's going to be is from medium to soft tyre as well. I did have to adjust the soft tyre strategy because they gave me a half and half race. In actual fact, pitting 2 laps earlier gives it a 4/10 advantage. But I'm going to continue with this with the mediums to softs anyway. It's what we need. We're going to lower the fuel as well a little bit because we don't quite need that much really. To be able to survive. But yes, 5 lights then for the Mexican Grand Prix, and after a bit of a hold, away we go. It's oh dear, it's a dreadful start for the Alfa and Ocon there in the Ferrari. As well, we're up to P11, so it's been an okay start for us, but now of course we need to try and gain the positions into turn 1 as well. Almost going 3 wide already. Round the outside, I think that, I don't know if that was 4 wide, but somehow we've made it safely up to P6 as well. Porsche has followed us through here. Here's a replay. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide at the first corner there. Not quite the 5 wide that we had many years ago on F1 2017, but it is 4 wide there. Still going 3 wide as well. Here's a replay then of Lando Norris's start, and he gets a better start than the Perez there, and then he gets on the back now of Oscar Piastri. Piastri, of course, hasn't won back-to-back races this season. He won last time out in Suzuka. He could be crowned champion today if Albon has a poor result as well. But nevertheless, he has lost out to Norris at the start, so I don't think he'll be able to be crowned champion today, especially the fact we're still technically, mathematically in the championship too. As well as watching Leclerc and Perez having a go. The locals will want Perez, of course, to do a lot better than that. Still, it could be worse. You could be Ocon, who I don't know if he got damaged at the start, but he's racing a Haas BMW car, which is a lot slow, and as Joe gets past. Jumping to lap 4, DRS has been enabled. We've lost DRS to Sainz, so we're just going to let Teo through, and we're going to use the DRS and Teo's soft tyres to get past Sainz, and to get past them both, and up to P4. I think we can do this as well. Notice on the minimap there that the two McLarens and Verstappen are close together as well, and now Teo goes down the inside now of Sainz, and they're battling, which means, hello, I'm here, yes, I'm here. They've been, Sainz and Porsche still battling, and now we save a bit of battery as well to be able to use. We're going to pull to the inside, down the inside. We'll get the room. Yes, we can. We go instantly to the left to give Sainz some room. We're still 3 wide through that corner. We have made the move work, and up to P5 we go. Here's a replay of this then, down the inside, but obviously Porsche and Sainz are still there on the inside of that corner. Porsche has to back out, and we do get Sainz though, so Porsche has lost a position as a Sainz, and Sainz does go here, but then he goes slightly too deep and just allows me to the door back open, and after that Sainz was unable to challenge as well, which leads us on to this lot. The two McLarens and Verstappen having a one hell of a battle for second place, because Norris has run away at the front as well. Uncharacteristic. And Verstappen, his tyres might start going off. He is on the soft tyres compared to the mediums of the McLarens in front. Verstappen goes defensive, and the two McLarens are still going side by side. You can see that Norris isn't even the same picture. He's a postcode ahead at this moment in time. Now we are looking to get in front of Max Verstappen down the inside, but we'll have to change it to the outside then. Verstappen, I think he locked up there, and he almost went into the side of me as well. There's a replay to confirm this. So we went round the outside. Yeah, there was a lock up there on the front left there for Verstappen, and he was lucky not to go in the back of me. So jump to lap 9 then. The two McLarens are still battling very hard, and at this point Zach Brown must be pulling his hair out, because they're causing each other, and this is 1, 2, 3 in the championship. Piastri, Albon and myself battling for second place, but can we get Albon here a little bit braking around the outside, because the inside of the next corner, and we're able to force Albon out, which is crucial in our battle for second place there. Piastri, I'm sure, well, you want to win obviously as a racing driver, but nevertheless there is a replay then. Verstappen actually had a go then at Albon down the inside that corner, but Albon is able to out traction in the end on Verstappen, and Verstappen actually falls behind, but Porsche has come to join this fight. So we've broken the McLarens up, and now we're going to get ahead up into second place. You can see Norris's advantage is 6.8 seconds, so we'll be looking to try and get catch him up, but for the time being we are past Oscar Piastri. In actual fact, Lando comes in then on lap 13, a little bit early there. And is that another set of softs going on? It is! It's the 2-stop for Norris. Mercedes again have not done a very good job, and you know, Ferrari with Ocon are also 2-stopping. You can see here that Ocon is having a ding-dong move with one of the Williams being 2 paid drivers as well, and also having the worst car on the grid as well. Meanwhile, Porsche, he's having a go at Albon. This could help. Porsche can help me out in the drivers by beating Albon, and that's exactly what we've done. Porsche is up in the position. He's actually jumped Piastri in the pit stops as well by undercutting from the soft tyre to the medium. So Porsche, I don't know where he's going to be, but we're in anyway for our set of softs. Norris has to stop again. Norris has been quick in this race, so he has the fastest lap. I don't know if we're going to be able to take it away from him, to be honest, but you know, he has been setting lightning race laps, but he has to stop again. I don't know if he's going to come back through or not. Verstappen has jumped Albon in the pit stops, but I think that Albon's going to have DRS here. We're going to try and, can we help out Verstappen out? I don't think there's much we can do there, and we'll jump to that battle with Verstappen against Albon. Albon on the hard tyres, both McLarens on the hards, interestingly, compared to Verstappen on the mediums, but Albon just has more traction with that McLaren car. So we're watching then Lando Norris. He leads this race then, but he will hand the lead back to Oscar Piastri once he makes his second and final stop onto, I presume, a set of mediums as well. But we will have a lot fresher mediums. And what's Porsche doing? He's slowing down. Teo has been brilliant at times in this career mode, but the car has let him down today. So that is disappointing and unfortunate as well, because we were looking to secure second in the constructors, and it's not going to be that way, as Perez does eventually get past Max Verstappen, and Porsche joining Porsche on the sidelines. That is Nico Hülkenberg. He is out of the race with an engine failure as well, so the German is out in the BMW Haas car. We jump a few laps later, and it's Lando Norris versus George Russell. So Russell is putting up a bit of a fight. You know, I'm surprised if Toto Wolff hasn't, you know, used team orders there as well to ensure that Mercedes are through, that Norris is through them with those fresher soft medium tyres, but he's still way behind as well. And that brings us to lap 26 there as Zhou's retirement and Norris's overtake. As we caught up to Oscar Piastri on his hard tyres. Albon is pretty much settling for third place, really. To be fair, the Thomas McLaren's on the hards are pretty good. We have to sit behind, but now we're just on the leash, the Alpine Renault engine, and move ahead of Piastri and into the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a battle going on for 9th place. Zhou is in this points again, and so is Leclerc, and there is De Vries, who started last. So, to be fair, not bad from De Vries. The person who is having a bad race, though, is Logan Sargent. He has got himself lapped as well. And the American, well, the proximity says he was trying to dive bomb him, but Logan has got form of getting in the way when getting lapped, and it's exactly what's going to happen here, as he's got in the way of Oscar Piastri here and eventually pulls over. Piastri will not be happy with that, I can tell you now, as well. Meanwhile, Norris, he's caught up to Yuki Tsunoda, who's quietly having a good race, although, you know, considering the heights they were at Singapore, it's not so great for Aston Martin Honda as well. And he has caught up too on the last lap round the outside of Max Verstappen, and to take that position away from the Dutchman Tsunoda there as well, to pounce on Verstappen potentially as well. That happened after, though, we crossed the line, because we're going to come through the stadium section now to win, ladies and gentlemen, another race for Alpine. Yes. And, you know, this is possibly the best we've done in Season 3. We were terrible in qualifying. That was a shocking lap for me to finish, qualify P15. It was 14th only because of debris. So I will definitely take that.
Can't fault the performance on track today. A well-deserved victory. Tell me, Anne, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think the key here was just the quality of the racecraft, you know. I mean, how many overtakes did they make overall? I'm sure we have a stat person keeping score somewhere. And it was fantastic to watch, wasn't it? This is a strategic sport at the end of the day, but it's always really gratifying to see close-fought battles on track. It's what all the fans are after.
I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of the race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Oh yes, it's always good to be back. This possibly could be the final time we're on this podium on this game, on F123, as well as we've won the Mexican Grand Prix. Yes, it seems to be that at Mexico we always either win this race or we be terrible. It's either one or the other. We never have never tend to have a medium race there. But yes, 14th to 1st as well. I'm only missing out by a few tenths. To be fair, Verstappen's fastest lap is only fractionally slower than Lando Norris. So that shows the great upgrades that Red Bull have made. Although Verstappen did finish behind his teammate in the end as well. For Teo, unfortunate the engine failure, it does drop him down to 9th behind the two Red Bulls. So I'm sure we'll be looking to bounce back in Brazil next week as well. We've closed that gap to Albon, thank you very much, to 6 points. So although I think Piastri, he should be able to claim the championship next time round, unless he has another shocker. But you know, he's doing his every other race, so he'll probably win. He'll probably win in Brazil and then win in Vegas, and you know, our chances of best chance of winning is going to be at Portugal. Constructors, it's a little bit better, even though even though Porsche failed to score. Mercedes didn't have the best of weekends either. You know, with Lando with that 2-stop, otherwise it would have probably would have reduced that 4-point gap that we had going into the race weekend. You know, 5th and 8th, not exactly the best performance there from Mercedes as well. But yes, it's our 3rd race win of the season after previously winning the two sprint races at Belgium and Austria. So, you know, this is our start to winning. You know, we needed to bounce back after the woeful race we had at Singapore, and also the disappointing strategy that I had at Japan. So the next race will be out sometime later next week at Brazil, and then we've got 2 100% races left, and that will be it. F123 driver career mode. I know. So yes, that is where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to see plenty more F123 and F124 driver career mode videos as when they come out. Until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.